everyone, this is your host Tanisha Ahmed and welcome you all to a brand new episode where we take a deep dive into Bangladeshi political landscape. So, on this episode today we have a very special guest with us, Pinaki Bhattacharya.
Oh, thanks so much for that wonderful introduction.
I'm sure most of you know him as one of the most political commentators in Bangladesh, as his viewpoint and opinions on national issue have really shaped public's opinion. But the most interesting fact is up till now, we have seen him mostly communicated in Bangla language using different regional accent, which he by the way calls as his great personality. But since with the growing interest of international audiences that what he says and what he has to say is like his opinions, Mr. Pinaki Bhattacharya today has agreed to participate with us in English. So now I would welcome you all to our first episode of our brand new program, Truth and Power with Pinaki. Let's connect with Mr. Pinaki Bhattacharya. Sir, welcome to our show.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of my followers have been telling me for a while that I should, try speaking more in English. And after the response I got from my interview on Centrist Nation TV, I figured, okay, maybe I should give this approach a shot.
Alright, so let's just get right into it. You have been, let's say, quite vocal about the stance of Awami League. In fact, you have been at the forefront of campaign to ban the party. So do you actually support the banning of party through an executive order? What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying at all. See, banning Awami League that way would be like, I don't know, just arresting people without a warrant and keeping them locked up indefinitely. It would set a very dangerous precedence, I mean, if you bypass legal process once, what stops anyone from doing it again and again? That's just not how things should work.
Then what exactly do you want to say? Do you still think the banning of party is necessary?
Oh, 100%. But here's the thing. It has to be done the right way. It needs to be totally transparent, well documented, and well, undeniable. Look, Awami League is a fascist organization, right? They have turned the country into an authoritarian nightmare, imprisoning people and looting everything they can get their hands on. But if you want to take them down properly, you need solid evidence,
Fair enough, but has anyone, either the government or opposition, actually worked on complying the documentation?
Not at all. That's the problem. Look, my point is simple. First, collect the evidence, get everything in order, and the rest will follow naturally. You have the state in your hands, right? Then it's your responsibility to do this work. Now, personally, if I had all the time and money in the world, I'd probably work on it full time. But, that's just not the reality. We all have our own struggles to deal with. What I can do, though, is help, guide the process, show the way, and support those who take it forward.
You have made a very strong comparisons before. Like at one point, you didn't even hesitate to say, Sheikh Hasina rule is even worse than Hitler's fascism. That's a pretty intense statement. I'm sure you can explain what you mean by that.
Yeah, I get why it sounds extreme, but trust me, if you really look at what's happening, you'll see what I mean. Okay, let's break it down. I can cite you 8 points to follow to ban Awami League as a process.
Alright, so let's just get directly into specific. What do you think the best way to document the case? What kind of evidence you're exactly talking about?
Now, obviously, more could be added, but I think this is the basic framework. Number one, Joy Bangla. It's a fascist and racist war cry. Why? First of all, let's talk about the slogan Joy Bangla. Now, people treat it like some sacred phrase, but honestly, it's just a supremacist war cry. It promotes this imperialist, Bengali nationalist mindset, which completely ignores the fact that Bangladesh is home to over 40 different languages and ethnic groups.
Are you saying Joy Bangla and Sonar Bangla should be removed? I mean, Joy Bangla was literally our liberation war cry, and Sonar Bangla is our national anthem. How would
Look,
you justify it?
just because something was used in the past doesn't mean that it should be untouchable forever. Joy Bangla literally means what? Victory to Bengalis. But what about all other communities in the country? Why should one ethnic group's identity be forced on everyone else? Think about it. We once used a slogan, Larke Lenge Pakistan, uh, to fight British rule, but do you still use that? No, right? So why should we blindly hold on to Joy Bangla? Number two, Army League is anti-democratic. Since 2008, they have basically, dismantled democracy. Protest crashed. Elections rigged. Opposition silenced. Even back in 1973, they were caught kidnapping candidates and messing with votes. And then by 75, Mujib just banned all political parties and made himself president for life. It was the same playbook, just a different era. Number three, criminalization of political dissent. They have turned the whole system into a dictatorship, speak out against them, boom, sedation charge. They control the media, they crash independent voices. There is just no room for real debate. Number four, they have established a police state. You know how
Right.
Hitler had the Gestapo. Well, Hasina's got her own version of secret agencies that abduct, torture, and kill dissenters. And if you think that's bad, imagine being a critic in exile and finding out that your family members back home are being harassed or even jailed just to keep you quiet. Number five, destruction of state institutions. Every institution, judiciary, police, financial bodies, has been taken over. Judges are picked based on loyalties and not merit. Corruption was everywhere. Number six, dependency on India. And she was a Bengali Mussolini. Mussolini was basically Hitler's puppet, right? Well, Hasina was India's. She has completely surrendered Bangladesh's sovereignty, making the country a client state of India.
Interesting. But why compare Hasina with Mussolini? And why not with Hitler? I mean, both are fascist, right? So why this specific comparison? Can you explain it?
Because Mussolini was not independent. He needed Hitler to survive. Similarly, Hasina needs India to stay in power. That's the key difference between Hitler and Mussolini. Number seven, indoctrination through education and propaganda. Everywhere you look, it's Mujib this, Mujib that. His face is in textbooks, statues, school syllabus, even math problems have Mujib references. Number eight, manipulated election. Every election since 2014 has been, is a complete joke. No real competition. Just a staged process to keep Army League in power.
So, in your view, can election actually fix this mess?
No way. This problem is way bigger than just elections. We need a complete restructuring of the political system. Army League has no place in Bangladesh's future. Period.
That's a very bold statement, I must say. Well, Pinaki Bhattacharya, thank you so much for sharing your point of view with us in today's episode.
Oh,
That
thank
was
you.
a-
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. That was a very big eye-opening conversation, and we are grateful for the deep analysis that Pinaki Bhattacharya has shared with us. To all our viewers, thanks for being with us and being part of this harsh discussion. Your thoughts are very valuable, so feel free to share them with us in comment section. Stay tuned as we continue to dive more into political and national issue with Pinaki Bhattacharya even more. Until next time, take care and stay informed. Thank you.